Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're looking at OnyxCoin, ticker symbol XCN. Where we are at right now is still the same area, but one thing that we've always said is that XCN is in a better position than the majority of the crypto market right now. When you take a look at the rest of the crypto market, they have all fallen through multiple levels of support. What we're looking at OnyxCoin is only one level. We're looking at a lot of these cryptos in terms of the Fibonacci levels have not only broken through the kind of the previous latest lows that they've have, but also going into the negatives in the Fibonacci. For OnyxCoin, we're only going back up towards that 0% level, coming in at 0.00416. And so this is why I said we are in a better position than most crypto. Another thing is that when you take a look at what's happening over here and then you compare with the rest of crypto, we're looking at less seller momentum. This isn't to say that there is no sellers. When you take a look at this, it's very obvious that sellers are in control. But when we talk about the comparison between seller momentum, between the seller's strength against all of these other cryptos, what we can see is that it is relatively weaker in Onyx. And so this is why I said that all of these factors are showing we are in a better position, because when these cryptos go up, there's multiple levels that they have to face. For OnyxCoin, people majority are accumulating at this level that we just marked out here. They're accumulating at 0.0416. They're accumulating at 0.00693. Now, what we've seen is that for OnyxCoin, because it's not going down towards this level right now, when we see OnyxCoin go up, only one major group of seller or buyers would be looking to sell, which would be the people who got in at 0.0693, faced a bit of loss, and are too worried, and so they want to get out break even. That will be the turbulence we face before we see OnyxCoin go to the next level, which again, the same logic applies over here. But when we face these levels, when we get over these hurdles, you're just going to be looking at OnyxCoin going higher and higher, because as we see for OnyxCoin, as we break through these levels, because these are easy levels, these are easy, not only technicals, fundamentals, but also psychological levels to break. And when we do break above these levels, what it's actually going to do is then going to attract more people, whether it's because people realize it is a good investment, because people are in terms of seeing and attracted to the investments in the returns, or wherever it's people who are feeling FOMO. That's all going to attract capital flowing in, which is going to bring OnyxCoin to the next level. Now, when we look at other cryptos, not to say that other cryptos are bad, but in terms of what they have to break through, as we talked about, we are seeing other cryptos going towards this negative 38.2 on the Fibonacci. They already are touching the negative 17 on the Fibonacci. And so they have so many more major groups of buyer. They will have to have the 17% major buyers. They will have to have 38% major buyers that will all go through the same thought, which is, I'm going to sell the moment I reach break even. And so that's what they have to face when they have to break through all of these levels. So there's more levels to break for all of these other crypto coins. There is less levels to break for OnyxCoin. And so when you just talking about it, when you're just looking at it simply, it's easier for OnyxCoin to be going up. There are, of course, other factors involved as well. We've already talked about the accumulation zone coming in at this area. And we've already talked about the major selling that we've seen here, not once, but of course twice. And so these are still levels that we need to obviously battle and face. But this is something that will be relatively easier than to see it breaking through huge psychological levels one by one, because this is only one level we have to break. And imagine you have to break this level 5 times. That's what a lot of cryptos are facing right now. For OnyxCoin, we may be only looking at 2, potentially 3, but realistically, like we've said, this is a small accumulation level coming in. The 17% may be something that is of substance. And so that's why I said we're looking at 1 to 2. And then if you want to count the 38.2 Fibonacci as well, that's the 3. So realistically, we're only looking at one major level before OnyxCoin really take off. And so that's what you want to be looking out for. That's ultimately why I think why we're in a better position. There is still potentially room for decline. So that's something that you have to bear in mind as well. Just because we are not seeing major selling momentum like the other crypto, you got to bear in mind is that there is still this accumulation debt level down here at 0.0385, and there is still always this bottom that we've recently made that still can be seen again. As always, none of this is financial advice, and I'll catch you guys next time.